What's up guys, it's your girl and I'm back with another cooking video for you today. Now today I am going to be making a rotisserie chicken pot pie. It's gonna be so delicious. Now, first things first, I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients. I am using a rotisserie chicken, part of a rotisserie chicken. Now this is a really easy recipe because you could literally pick up the rotisserie chicken on your way home from work and throw it into this pie, or it's a great second day leftover rotisserie chicken pot recipe. You'll already have the chicken, it's all ready to go. Or you could make it even simpler. I know most grocery stores in the deli, they already have some shredded rotisserie chicken in a little container ready for purchase. So you could do that too. Very simple, very easy. So I have some of my little chicken pieces, made sure that there's no bone in there. I have stalk of celery, a carrot. I have 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I have onion that I need to chop. I have a couple cloves of garlic minced. I have some fresh flat leaf parsley. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, sage, onion powder, rosemary, thyme, and green peas. I also have chicken broth, and I'm using the pre-made, pre-rolled pie crust just because it's simpler, guys. Work smarter, not harder. And like some cooking spray, flour. You guys are gonna see how I put it all together, but I am going to go ahead and chop up these veggies real quick, and then we can go ahead and discuss the pie. All right, so you guys might hear Abel's new collar in the background. It's got like a little jack-o'-lantern jingle ball on it, so you're probably going to be hearing him in the background. I just wanted to let you know. Now, I also want to add this to this cooking video. If you don't see me wash my veggies or wash whatever, don't assume I didn't do it. It's kind of boring. You don't really need to see me do it. Y'all know how to wash fruits and veggies and whatever. I do it. I just, you know, you gotta cut some things out for time. So I just wanted to kind of make that clear. Also, I'm using my brand new Chrissy Teigen set already, using my new knives. It's so exciting. Yes. This is a game changer. I can actually chop quickly. With my old knife, I wouldn't have been able to do this. This might end up being too much carrot. We'll see. You don't want to have too much of one thing. I like to have an even amount of everything, of all the veggies. Oh, also my oven is preheating to 425, and I'm going to be cooking this on the bottom rack. So before you start preheating your oven, go ahead and put that bottom rack down on the bottom, you know, so because that's where it's going to be cooking. Veggies are chopped. I think I did go a little overboard on the carrots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of them and put them in here. Save them for like a little snack or something, or for any other recipe that I need carrots for this week. So there we go. Looks even. And we're going to put my onion away. All right. There we go. Our butter. And I'm going to put it on like medium heat. And I'm going to melt the butter. In my pan. Okay, let's go ahead and use the Chrissy Teigen little spatula or whatever. Okay. So I'm just gonna let that melt. Gotta clean up the kitchen as I go. Y'all know how I do. Make this recipe as fancy as you want it. You can make it as little fancy as you want. You could literally just use a bag of frozen veggies, throw it in with the chicken, whatever you want to do. However you want to make it easier, I suggest making it easier. There's no use in making it super complicated. It's not, pot pie is not something that's supposed to be complicated. It's been really gloomy here in Houston. I just thought, you know, pot pie just sounds so good and comforting, makes me think of home, and so I thought, let's make a pot pie. Why not? So my my butter is still melting, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make like a roux with flour and cream. Grab my heavy whipping cream out. So, okay, let's get this together. All right, I wanna make sure I have everything ready. All right, butter is almost melted. When you can, try to buy fresh herbs. I know it can be kind of annoying because you get all these herbs and then you gotta worry about making them and using them up and stuff, but they're not that expensive and it's just adds so much to the dish. So if you're doing especially just like frozen veggies, add the fresh parsley, add some fresh thyme. It will really just like make it better. It just kind of elevates it. It makes it feel fancier. And honestly, what I'm going to do soon is I'm gonna do an herb garden because it's way cheaper than just buying herbs at the grocery store. So I'm gonna get like a little indoor herb garden. That is definitely on my list. Okay, so this butter is pretty well melted. And I have my temp at, it's like a medium temp. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic, my minced garlic. Add that. I'm gonna add my veggies too. Oh, my scraper, my new scraper. So let's see. Oh, that just feels so professional. I feel like a real chef. And it's way easier. You get all the bits and pieces. Especially because I have nails right now. This is really nice. All right. Oh, UPS truck. All right. So we're gonna let that cook. Now I'm gonna add some salt to the veggies, pepper. I wanna add the seasonings to the veggies because I really want them to cook with the veggies. I want it to be really full of aroma. And then we got sage here. You can literally put any kind of spice you want. I just love sage, rosemary, and thyme all together. I really love it. I love sage in general. It's my fave. One of my faves. Got my thyme leaves. Onion powder. Some crushed rosemary. warm dish. And garlic powder. My dang camera is flashing at me, guys. Oh no. All right, so I'm just gonna cook this up. I'm gonna put my camera on the charger to charge up a little bit, and I'll show you when I add my chicken. I wish you guys could smell how good this smells. I went ahead and added the chicken while my battery was charging. Sorry, I had to do it to ya. All right, now I'm going to add 1/4 a cup of flour, and I'm not gonna add it all at once. I'm sorry about Abel's collar. I'm gonna take it off next time. All right, so I've got 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm just gonna kind of add a dusting of it at a time. If you add it all at once, it could clump up, and that is not what you want. So I just wanna kind of cook it in slowly, a little bit at a time. Now I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup of the heavy cream, and I'm gonna do that kind of slowly as well. A 1/2 cup. And then a cup of the chicken broth. All right, guys, so I went ahead and added my peas, and I'm letting this mixture cool for about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even a little longer, and I'm gonna let it cool because if I were to put the hot filling on top of an uncooked pie crust, it could get really soggy, and I don't want a soggy crust. So this is what it looks like. So delicious. And while all this has been going on, our power like surged on and off. Like it was like scary how like hard it was. Our neighbor said like he thinks a light exploded, like something on the street, because he came out and he was like, what happened? And Vaughn went out and he was like, what happened? And nobody really knows what's happened or what's going on, but the fire truck just came by, so I don't know if that had like anything to do with it. And y'all know I'm nosy, so I'm trying to figure out the scoop. So like I said, the oven is preheating 425. I kind of cleaned up the kitchen while I've been waiting, and I have the bottom rack on the bottom because that's where I'm going to be putting the pie to bake. Let me grab my pie crust. I kept them in here because once they get like warm, they kind of become hard to work with. So 1 second and you're gonna see how I assemble this pie. We made pie crusts. The Pillsbury ones are my favorite to use. They're definitely like the easiest. So here we go. I'm going to unroll it on my flat surface here. You want to be gentle and you want to make sure it's still cold, because when it's cold, it works for you much, much, much better. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put this in the fridge because it's a little humidish. I don't know if that's a word, but whatever. And I don't want it to get super, super hot. Okay, so kind of roll it out. Okay. going to put my cooking spray in my pie plate. This is just an average sized pie plate, nothing fancy. Okay. See if I can do this easily. I want to try to have it be even. So, oh, the fire truck's back out. And since the pie, like, filling is kind of like a heavier mixture, it's gonna automatically kind of like make the pie like form to it or whatever. I don't know. So I'm just gonna kind of flatten it. Doesn't have to look pretty. It's just a regular like chicken pot pie. You don't have to make it look super pretty. It doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, how pretty your pie is does not matter. So now what I'm gonna do, oh, this is a trick my granny taught me. I kind of put some little holes in the bottom. There we go. All right. So now I'm gonna take my mixture and just put it in. Super simple. Like, this isn't difficult at all. It's a very, very easy weeknight recipe. You can make it easier, and you can make it harder. It's up to you. But I suggest making it easier. I wanna know what's going on across the street. Oh my gosh. What is happening? So here we go. All right. So I want to make sure that I've got it pretty well spread out and even. All right. Perfect. Now I'm gonna grab my other pie crisp or pie dough. All right. I'm just wanting to know what's happening over there so badly. Okay. Unroll this. Set up. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. And now I'm gonna take this. You go like this. Yeah. All right. See, I haven't made a pot pie or any kind of pie in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty. So just kind of roll it together. Like I said, doesn't have to look pretty. It's just a pot pie, and I'm gonna take my fork and I'm gonna smash it together. Kind of make it look a little prettier, sort of. I might be speaking too soon. Now this is very important. This one. Okay, so then you're gonna take 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want to do this so the steam can escape. Where'd the fire truck go? I'm invested, I need to know. All right. So pie's gonna look like this. Gorgeous, right? Now I'm gonna take my little baking sheet here. We're gonna pop her in, and she's gonna bake for about a half hour. See you in a minute. All right, I just took it out of the oven. Do you hear it? Ooh, Smells so good. Got a little crispy, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Still gonna be good. I'm gonna let this cool for about 15 to 20 to 30 minutes because I wanna make sure when I cut it, all the good stuff stays in. All right, guys, I think it cooled off enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna slice in here. Let's see. Look how flaky that pie crust is. Oh, a lot of it fell apart. Oh well. Okay, let me grab my spatula. Okay, look at that. Looks pretty good. Grab just a little bit more. Yes! Yum, 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 yum. If you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Give me an idea about some things, the other cooking videos that you may want to see. Let me go ahead and try this. I want to get a nice piece with some crust and some chicken. Mmm, it's hot. It's really hot. But it's so good. Be sure to follow my Twitter at MMMan, my Instagram at MidwestMansfield. Thank you so much for watching this cooking video of mine. More coming soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah!